7:48 Seattle's morning news from the Gee Ursula Show. Here's G. Scott, and this, I guess, would qualify as a watershed moment in sports history because you've decided now you like soccer.
Look, Ted Lasso really just took me into the soccer world, and a touch of what happens, over in Europe, across there, where world soccer, world football is a big deal, and explaining how clubs and buying players, and if you don't win enough, you can kind of get, delegated down to the lower leagues. And anyways, first, let me just give a shout out to Ted Lasso. It is just like one of my favorite shows of all time. I finished all 3 seasons.
Have you seen it too, Dave?
I've seen season 1.
Okay, I haven't watched it
It's
yet,
absolutely incredible.
That's what I hear.
This is why I wrote about Pete Carroll is basically Ted Lasso.
Really?
I wrote about it in My Northwest a couple weeks ago. He's no doubt about it, Ted Lasso, meaning like he came to the Seahawks organization and he literally changed the entire culture of that place. So much so, this is why people always say things like, oh, did you become a Seahawk fan in 2012? Well, yeah, a lot of people did become Seahawk fans in 2012, and some people were fans already. But at the same time, what Pete Carroll did when he came to this city is he made this entire city fall in love with that team, and it's still going strong.
Is it the positivity?
Yes.
Okay, it's the positivity,
Yes.
because I having never watched Ted Lasso, but seeing all the memes and clips and stuff, that's what I'm getting, is that it's a very inspirational leader.
Right. And what I talk about with the comparison of Pete Carroll and Ted Lasso is Ted Lasso, when he first gets there, they didn't really like him. Mm-hmm. Well, I know on the record, everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, when Pete Carroll first got there, I already knew. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And I won't put players' names out there, but there was a lot of players that didn't like him when he first got there. There's a lot. Well, I take that back, because those players that didn't like him, coincidentally, see it, because they did make 104 transactions during that year. But anyway, back to it. Yeah, it really kind of got me into soccer. Now, it's tough for me, right? It's tough for me to watch an entire match and the score ends up being 1-0, or watch an entire match and it ends in a tie. Oh, there's something about that. I'm born in the United States of America. Ain't no tie, Claude.
You're either a winner or a loser in America.
That's it.
But the thing about Ted Lasso is the people, and you know what those games mean to them in terms of their careers, and plus, I think one of the keys to it is that Ted himself is sharing all this love, but he's going through an identity crisis at the same time.
No
himself.
doubt, no doubt about it, and that's the beautiful part of it. And boy, Dave, you got to keep watching because it gets even deeper. Yes, but it really, seeing that again, it reminds me of the Seahawks. And I'm not just saying that. As someone, I was there 4 or 5 days a week cleaning cars. It reminds me of that because I remember some of my friends used to make fun of me before the Seahawks got good. And they'd be like, you better stop cleaning cars and go help that team out, right? And then those same friends, when they started winning, was like, yeah, baby, Seahawks, baby. Like, what changed? Well, the same thing in these soccer towns, right, over there. These fans, they love this stuff. There's life and work, and then there's soccer.
You see that with the Rain and the Sounders as well, and just I've only been to a couple of Sounders games, and the fan base is out of this world. You talk about a loud stadium when the Seahawks play. Yeah, it's ruckus too with the soccer fans,
and it just brings everyone together.
Yeah, it's jovial.
Music and sports brings different cultures, backgrounds, political affiliations, all that in one room. And y'all just rocking with this team right there. But Ted Lasso, matter of fact, can that be my theme song now? From here on out?
Great theme
instead
song.
of the one.
Yeah. That's my theme
Unless we
song.
have to pay royalties. I don't know.
It puts me in such a happy place.
Does this mean you're going to soccer games now?
You watch them.
I was going to do my work and go home, Colleen.
Do your work. Go home.
Okay.
All right.
Gee, Scott, 9 o'clock.
Get on that Ted Lasso, Dave. I'm telling you, bruh.
I know.
What's that on? Apple?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't have Apple.
7:50.